Hi everyone, it's been a while. I know it seems like each time I do these videos these days, I'm constantly saying it's been a while. But really, it's been very crazy around here lately, preparing for the holidays and stuff. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you to those of you that are constantly reminding me. Jimmy, we haven't heard from you. No posts, no videos. I hope you're all doing well and having a fun end of the year. Today, I want to talk about perfectionism and just really being able to inhabit and embrace your life. In particular, I want to talk to women. Um, I believe that a lot of us suffer from this. I am definitely one of those people that really struggle with perfectionism, with trying to make sure that everything is perfect. And you know what that does to us? It actually wreaks havoc on our bodies. It wreaks havoc on our minds, the need that we need to be doing and constantly going, the house, the children, the husband, the friend, the work, everything, constantly. Now it's, the end of the year again, and, we're going to be shopping and planning and taking out trees and cooking and families and all of that. And in the process, what gets lost is us. The truth is, the only gift that we have to the world is ourselves. And when we don't take care of ourselves, it really makes it difficult for us to be present for others. I always say to people all the time, you cannot pour from an empty cup. If that cup is not full, or at least if that cup doesn't contain anything in it, if you just, turn an empty cup upside down, there's not going to be anything in it. And the only person that is responsible for filling the cup is you. Filling your cup means taking care of yourself. Filling your cup means taking time for yourself. And then you can pour into your children, and then you can pour into your husband, and then you can pour into your friends and work and all of those things. And I think for us women, we feel like if we're not juggling all these balls at the same time, if we're not going crazy and not feeling stressed, it's like we're not doing enough, because everyone seems to be doing it so well around us, and they seem to just have their makeup on perfectly, their clothes look like it was just pressed before they left home, and their children look all well put together, and when you go over to their house, it seems like everything is always sort of in the right place. A few weeks ago, I spoke at a women's conference, and I shared with people that, I felt like God just has been, in the last few years, delivering me from this horrible spirit. The idea that I have to be perfect. The idea that, if I am not doing, constantly hustling for worthiness, that I'm not good enough. And I had to drop that idea. And where it started for me, honestly, was when I first had my first child, who is now 9 years old. That's really when this journey started. And I always had in my mind that my house always had to be in a particular state. And I used to be getting frustrated, when my house was a mess. Toddlers and the way they throw their toys around and throwing all these things around. It doesn't matter how many times you clean, you're back to the same place. It's dirty again and it's messy again. And whenever I go to my friends' homes, it always seems like, well, it's perfect. It looks nice. It looks clean. And until I was in a discussion with, one of my friends, and she shared that, she only, she cleaned when people were coming over. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, well, the house is a mess. It's hard to keep up with these kids. So I always prefer people to let me know that they're coming over so I can clean. And that was when it dawned on me that I'm not the only one. And that all this time, actually, I was chasing something that really didn't exist. And not to say that there are not people that are able to do that and get it done perfectly well. Or very well, maybe not perfectly well. But for me, it was a real struggle. A new mom with a toddler running around the house, trying to get my house clean, trying to cook, trying to go to work, trying to do all of these things, and not even feeling like I was good at one of them. Not good at being a wife, not good at being a mom, not good at being a worker, not good at anything. I didn't feel like I had a grasp on much. And it took that moment for me to realize that we're all struggling with something, and that I don't need to be perfect, that it's okay for my house to be messy sometimes. As a matter of fact, I want to challenge us women to take better care of ourselves. What are your plans for this new year? Because if you are going to inhabit your life, if you're going to be the best person that you can be, and this goes for men too, I mean, it goes for everyone. But if you're going to be the best person that you can be, if you're going to be able to give and fill that cup so that you can pour into all the different responsibilities that you have to take care of yourself. So I suggest, if you can afford it, get a cleaner. Yes, get someone to come out to your house once every 2 weeks, or once a month, or once every 3 months, or once a year, or once every 6 months. Get someone out to your house to come and clean. You know, just the idea of walking into your house and the smell of fresh and clean, where they clean everything top to bottom. Sometimes we think these things are very, very expensive until we actually ask around, and we're surprised that if we could put a few dollars here and there and just put them aside, we might be surprised at how much we can actually afford to do for ourselves. What about taking yourself out? Yes, just you. Take yourself out on a date. Go watch a movie. Take yourself out to dinner. You know, don't cook for a day. You know, order in. Get some food. Better still, why don't you get a caterer to cook a few things for you and put them in your freezer, and whenever you need it, take it out. Does that make you lazy? Absolutely not. It means that you are using your money to be a soldier for you. You're sending your money to go do the work for you so that you can rest. Take yourself to go and do your hair. See, I caught mine, so I don't have to stress too much. Take yourself out. You know, get somebody to come in and do some of these things for you. You know, it's okay for you to get yourself a makeup artist. It's okay for you to go and do some shopping. Better still, it's okay for you to sit down, pick up a book, watch television, and yes, the house is a mess. And the whole world is not going to fall apart because you don't have it all together. So I want to challenge you for this new year to start thinking about ways that you can take better care of yourself so that you can be able to be your best everywhere else that you need to be, so that you can work towards excellence versus perfectionism. See, perfectionism is not even of this world. Perfectionism is like competition with God, because God really is the only one that is perfect. We can't compete with God and win. Your goal is not to be perfect. Your goal is just to be good enough. It's just to do enough. You know, our children don't need us to be there 1,000% of the time. It's okay to let them play around. It's okay to take them to their grandma's house or send them to your friend's house so you can take a break. Some of us, we are working ourselves so hard that the only thing we think about is sleep. We don't think about anything else. We can't go for a walk. We can go for a run. We can go to the gym. We can't do anything else. Everything that we do is really about other people. And then one day we just snap. You don't need to snap. Because perfectionism is actually what leads us to snapping. If you know that you don't need to chase around and be perfect, and you are able to take better care of yourself, I promise you, you're going to be better and you'll be able to inhabit your life. Anyway, that's me for today. Jumi Olawale. I will catch up with you guys in about a couple of weeks. And I hope that you guys, if I don't see you next week, I'll probably do another video in 2 weeks. You guys enjoy yourselves, take care of yourself, come up with a plan, and remember, perfectionism is not even of this world. It only belongs to God. Have a good day.